There's something people have probably said to you more than once. You're very quiet. You don't talk much. You're always watching. They say it casually. Sometimes with curiosity. Sometimes with judgment. But what they don't understand is this. You're not quiet because you lack thoughts. You're quiet because your mind is already full. Social psychology shows that people who observe more than they speak aren't passive. They're processing the world at a deeper level than most people ever do. And once you understand why, your silence will finally make sense. 1. Your brain collects information before it produces words. Most people speak as a way to think. They talk while they process. But you process first. Social psychology calls this preverbal cognitive processing. Your mind automatically scans the room, reads emotional tone, watches body language, notices inconsistencies, senses power dynamics, listens for what's not being said. By the time others are already talking, your brain is still gathering data. Not because you're slow, but because you're thorough. Silence, for you, is not emptiness. It's analysis. 2. You don't speak until you understand the situation. Many people talk to establish presence. You wait to establish clarity. This trait is known in social psychology as context-dependent expression. It means you don't jump into conversations blindly. You want to understand motives before responding. You prefer accuracy over immediacy. You'd rather say nothing than say something incomplete. To fast talkers, this looks like hesitation. But in reality, it's discernment. You don't react. You assess. 3. You learn more by watching than participating. There's a reason you notice patterns other people miss. It's because you're not distracted by performance. While others are focused on how they sound, how they look, how they're being perceived, you're free to observe. Social psychology refers to this as observer advantage. Because you're not competing for attention, your awareness widens. You notice who changes around certain people, who talks but says nothing, who listens but understands everything, who holds power without speaking, who feels insecure beneath confidence. You learn faster because you're not busy being seen. 4. Speaking costs you more energy than it costs others. This is something most people don't realize. For some minds, talking is cheap. For others, it's expensive. If you observe more than you speak, your brain likely operates with high internal processing load. That means you think in layers. You connect ideas deeply. You feel emotional nuance. You process social signals intensely. Speaking interrupts that flow. So you choose silence, not out of fear, but out of efficiency. You conserve your energy for moments that matter. 5. You value meaning over noise. You don't talk just to fill space. You talk when there's insight, there's truth, there's clarity, there's value. Social psychology calls this selective verbal output. You're not interested in repetitive conversations, surface-level banter, performative opinions, talking just to belong. That's why people sometimes say, when you speak, it actually matters. Because you don't dilute your voice. 6. You don't need external validation to feel real. Many people speak to confirm their existence. They talk to feel included, feel acknowledged, feel relevant. But you don't rely on that. Your sense of self is internally anchored. This trait is called low social dependency. It allows you to sit quietly without discomfort, observe without anxiety, be present without performing. Your silence doesn't mean you're unsure. It means you're already grounded. 7. People often misinterpret your silence. Here's the cost of being observant. People project onto you. They assume. You're judging. You're uninterested. You're distant. You're shy. You're hiding something. But social psychology shows that projection fills informational gaps. When you don't speak, others fill the silence with their own assumptions. That's not your failure. That's their discomfort with stillness. The reframe you need. If you observe more than you speak, it doesn't mean you're passive. It means your mind works ahead of the moment. Your awareness is wide. Your speech is intentional. Your presence is steady. You don't speak to be heard. You speak to be accurate. And in a world full of noise, that makes you rare. Final thought. Some people are meant to fill rooms with sound. Others are meant to understand rooms before saying a word. Both are valuable. But only one sees clearly. Your silence isn't absence. It's perception. If this video helped you understand your quiet nature through social psychology, subscribe and stay with the channel. The next video may explain another part of you that others never noticed.